Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Monday morning trading room. Let me just get the screen share going on for you. All right, there's our little reminder that trading is risky. You should only use funds that you can afford to lose when you're trading. Okay, Friday session, very, very quiet, as many Friday sessions are. Here, the daily chart now. And you can see from where Friday's session left off and today's session is beginning, we really don't have any gaps to speak of, which is a little bit odd, really. I think I would be having a little bit of a trend line above here, looking for a breakout or at least a test of that little trend line zone. You can also plot a mini trend line this way, in which case you can see the market's in a little bit of a pinch right now. That's kind of been the theme for the last couple of weeks, with the exception of the odd rally day. The market really sideways. We've been watching this for a while, though, and I pointed out before that as the market gets to 7,000, there is a resistance around the 7,000 zone, or so it seems to me. If we look at around the 7,000 zone, we can see some price reaction, both higher and lower. This, the big one, of course. And as we get closer to that 7,000 zone, we will probably see yet another reaction. A little bit of a rally out of the gate. For those of you who like your first in-sync signals, well, this one here on the Eagle, I suppose, would be a little bit touch and go, a little bit easier to see in hindsight, but as it printed, I'm not sure I would actually call that a bullish trading band. In fact, it looks very, very neutral to me. Now, of course, you can see that it's fairly bullish. The Raptor working on its first signal, first in-sync signal. This one back here, roughly coinciding with the Eagle signal. While we're waiting for opening range, it looks like I'm going to be out of town the next couple of days. So no trading room this Tuesday or Wednesday. Hopefully I will be back Thursday, I hope. All right, well, we're off to a soft start for a Monday. It seems a little bit odd. A lot of times Mondays can be a little more exciting than this. We are stacked in a bullish fashion across the board here for the NASDAQ. And And Richard, I always have the time. Richard's asking, good morning, Eric. I'm new to NinjaTrader 8. How do I get rid of the vertical racing stripes on the Eagle when you have time? Okay. This is going to be true for all the tools, folks. One of the first things I do when I load the charts is I clean them up the way I like them. I like my charts relatively clean, as you can see. It's a very simple matter to change the cosmetics. You go here to your indicator window, and you highlight your Eagle. Oh, I think with Ninja 8, the first one's already highlighted. Okay. Then you scroll on down here toward the very bottom. Oops, I think Ben moved them. Sorry. We're looking for the one that says background highlights. Here we go. Okay, so under the visual section, background opacity. Change that value to 0, and that will eliminate the background highlights. The other thing I've done is, and I may adjust this some more still, not the bar color, but the signal color. Here we go. The warning dot, I'm going to change here. I need something a little bit brighter. Here we go. Let's try that one. Light coral. And you'll want to do the same for or you'll probably want to do the same for your cell alert. And your hash mark. Of course, you can choose any color you like, but I like something that I can see a little bit easier. Now, when you've made your changes and the charts are the way you like them, it's always a good idea to right-click on your chart and go down here to where it says Templates. And now you can save this, and you can see I've already got the Eagle. And yes, I will replace that. And then next time you load a fresh chart, you won't have to make the changes. You can just right-click, you can go to Templates, and you can load your new format. It takes a few minutes to go through your charts. I know it's a bit of a pain. But the good news is you only need to do it once. In fact, I think I can probably brighten up the lines here on my hawk. Oh, that's the filter. Here's the hawk. So what is my... Yeah, we'll make this a little bit brighter. Yeah, that's a little better. And then once again, I'm going to save it. And you can see I already have hawk in there. There we go. You can do the same thing for anything like that on your chart. You can change your audio alerts, of course. But the colors are usually the first thing I go after, because for whatever reason, when the guys put the colors together, they weren't all that creative with it. Red and green, everything's red and green. So this morning we woke up to a little bit of a surprise. Turns out we got some snow overnight. Not a lot, only about an inch. Yeah. Mark says if you want more, I've got about 12 inches in my front yard I can give you. You know, the funny thing here is on Vancouver Island, the weather here is unlike anywhere else in Canada. We're kind of the banana belt of Canada. So when everybody sees a snowflake, pardon me, everybody panics, even though uh, a lot of people are from somewhere else in Canada, some snowy part in Canada. I grew up in central Alberta, so I'm no stranger to snow and cold. But it's been a while. I moved here to get away from that kind of climate. But just north of here, we is a ski resort about 2 hours north. Vancouver Island has the Mount Washington Ski Resort, and they'll routinely get 3, sometimes 4 feet of snow overnight, and it's that really nice, soft, fluffy powder that skiers really love. I know this because years ago, my wife had a property rental business, and we spent a lot of time on Mount Washington renting out ski condos when their owners weren't using them. Yes, you are right. Mark says something about the snow makes it pretty, white, and pure feeling the first first blanketing, though. Well, ours won't stay. I always say we just get enough snow to keep us humble. This week is supposed to, temperatures are supposed to remain around the freezing level. Uh-oh. more snow in the forecast Thursday, Friday. What's up with that? Here's the weather forecast for Duncan, BC. Well, while we're waiting, I'll entertain you with this. Okay, so that'll look cold to most of you Americans because temperatures in Canada are in Celsius. So today it's 23. It looks like we're getting some flurries. Tomorrow, next few days, be a little bit warmer. And then Thursday, Friday, and then reasonably nice for the weekend again. But it's odd because we just had some very nice weather. We were out golfing. Temperatures were around 55, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 7, 10 degrees centigrade. Oh well, we'll just have to tough it out. Okay, another strong bull push here from the buyers, and surprisingly, this one coming at around the quarter to the hour mark, which is typically not, well, I haven't found it a good time to trade. The market sometimes giving some false moves, but today's signal working out very nicely. The first micro macro cross here was probably the easiest one to get on board with. Yeah, Scott's being a wise guy. What's the dash in front of the number 4? He says, "Oh, Scott, I totally forgot to call you over the weekend." Did you still have something interesting to share? Or have you forgotten it? I can call you after the trading room. Yikes. Yeah, Mark's weather's all over the place. He says we got down to minus 26 Fahrenheit last Wednesday. That's cold. And today it's supposed to be plus 47, a 70-degree point swing in less than a week. Oh, it's got to be those darn North Koreans playing with the weather. Nice strong rally here. It looks like the market is going to make a run perhaps at this little mini trend line that I highlighted this morning right up here. So it looks like the first little bit, we're going to try to challenge that, maybe even break above it. Problem with these runaway markets, as tempting as it is just to hit the buy button, covering the trade is the hard part. Because we all know the market's going to try to reverse here somewhere. Not as big a deal if you can afford to cover the trade, say, below here. And I suppose in a way, we also have a little bit of a sideways trading range going on. So we can be on the lookout for the possible retest Now, a retest like this offers up a couple of opportunities, really, depending how aggressive you want to be. We know the market's in an uptrend. We know somewhere through here it's probably going to try to retest the lows. There's certainly enough room in here to try to short the market. So we've got a bear bar. You could start shorting right here if you wanted. I don't think we're going to get any signals just yet. No, we don't have any signals coinciding with that just yet. But that is kind of the nature of the market. What the market's going to try to do is retest this breakout zone. Very aggressive move, however, because of course of the strong rally. So it's kind of, well, it is risky. No question about that. All right, folks, if you excuse me for just a moment, I will be right back. What did I miss? Oh, we got a very, very late number one signal here. Now, what's interesting is the signal is a valid signal. However, proper stop placement means that you have to leave the stop order way down here, at least initially, because there is a good chance the market will try to pull back at least to the hard edge. So while it is a high probability signal, it may not be the best high probability signal we're going to see today. it is okay to pass on a trade and perhaps wait for a slightly better looking opportunity. We're kind of working a little bit of a 4-arrow consolidation now here in the hawk. Oop, that's going to dip into yellow bars. The falcon signal also spoiled now with the trend line changing color. We've had the breakout from the trading range. You could put your just in case order to buy above here. We've also had a little mini break of the lows. So we're going to produce a sell signal here on the falcon if prices continue lower. We're going to produce a number 2 signal here on the raptor if prices continue lower. I'm going to use this. This didn't print as a number 2 signal, but that's essentially what it is. It is a retest of this high. It's showing that the market is ready to head lower. I'm going to consider shorting on a move below this bar right here. Okay, that's very good. We get a couple of bull bars. That really enforces this zone. And a failure to trade through the highs now. And again, I'm going to throw my just in case order up there in case the buyers keep going. I'm going to look for an opportunity to short. And they've got themselves in a little bit of a twist. Okay, so once again, I'm going to look for a chance to short below here. The market should produce a number 2 signal on the way down. Target will be the hard edge of the trading band. That's this one down here. All right, there's the number 2 signal. Ooh, I was a little bit quick on that, but that's all right. I'll write it out all the same. Now I could stretch my profit order to the top end of this breakout zone. But I think I'll just take the profit if I can get it. All right. Let's cancel that order. Now we're down back to the hard edge. We're going to look for some sort of retest, hard edge bounce, something like that. All right, here now the hard edge bounce. The hard edge bounce, second push opportunity. You know, whenever you're in doubt about a signal, a second push opportunity is always a great way to enter the trade. What that does is it gives you a little bit of time. It makes the market prove itself to you. Ideally, I like to see 2 bars against the new move. In the Eagle, you're probably not going to get it. In the Eagle, you'll probably have to settle for 1 bar. You can see 2 bars, often stronger. 1 bar, not always enough. This one, you would have got filled here on the reverse, or on the trend resumption, pardon me, and only to be reversed and very likely tagged out. But it's also a matter of timing. We haven't produced the buy signal just yet. The Falcon is working a trend change signal. We've got the warning dot. But between the Falcon and the Eagle, really, that's all we got going on right now. Don't have a Raptor signal just yet, but I am anticipating a Raptor signal if the market goes higher. Okay, here we go again, looking for a little bit of a bullish pushback. I'm going to take this. Oop, sorry. Let's move that up here a little bit. Let's get this order out of the way. The stop loss order. There we go. So I'm waiting for the signal to complete now. There's the signal. And my profit order will be up here. There we go. Okay. Okay, got filled on the buy side of this little rally attempt. I'm going to throw my initial stop here below this swing. If the buyers are going to go, they've got to make a charge at the 69.10 zone. And so I will tend to be a little bit more aggressive with my stops. See, as we're getting closer to 69.10, there's a little bit of a hesitation. And I brought my stops up now around the break-even zone. Oh, come on. Don't stop. I would think so too. Mark says should be good for the high probability target. That's what I would have said. They're thinking about it. There we go. Come on. Just give me that little push. This will be very close, I think, to where the daily chart trend line intersects. I'm not liking the back and forth here. No, they wouldn't give it to me. I think we could still see a little bit of a rally from that. I just got a little bit too quick. Possibility of a double top now, and the market reversing, heading lower again. We'll see. Overall, the trend does seem to be up, but again, another pullback, another retest of this whole 68.95 zone where the market made its breakout this morning. Would not be unusual to see. Oh, way to go, Mark. Mark says I got in at 68.98 3/4. Out at 69.08 and a quarter on 4 cars. Well done. Quick little move there on the Falcon. Yeah, had I taken it on the hash mark, I guess I could have done a little bit better. I chickened out. I opted for the later entry. Okay, but here now are some follow-up signals on that same move. Oh, look at that. There we go. We got the break. Are they going to give me another chance to get on board? Oh, that might be it right there. This little hesitation. Okay, so what I've done is I've just I'm going to use this bar now as a very, very late second push on this signal. And I better get my exit order out of the way because these orders are live the moment you put them on your chart. We've got to be getting close. Oh yes, we certainly are. Here now, the daily chart. If you imagine a little trend line across here, you can see we're practically hitting that trend line. So that trend line is going to fall very, very close now to where this resistance zone is. Okay, let me bring my stops back. Got to get over that 69.17 3/4. So I certainly want to see 69.18 tick. And I think that could encourage a little bit of buying. Here we go. Okay, once again, I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive with my exit orders now. I'm going to use this bar right here. Ideally, this swing would do, but I'm going to go with this bar that has the tail on it. Now I'm going to go with this bar that has the tail on it. So I'm going to go up here, sneak up to break even. Come on, where's that follow through? And I'll go bar for bar now. In case there's a reversal, I may as well try to get $30 or $40 out of the trade if I can get it. Again, we're getting really close to that trend line, so it may encourage some additional selling. Hiding or trying to hide on the other side of the resistance line. Not quite enough. Oh, are they going to push on through now? I was leery because of the proximity of that bearish trend line from the daily chart. That's why I got so quick with my stops, but I may have tagged myself out early. Well, they're thinking about it. They did get a few ticks higher, but I can't help but think because of that daily trend line, there has to be a little bit of a pushback. Okay, and well, our band is getting a little bit broad. It's gotten up a little over 50 ticks. It's not unusual to see a little bit of a pullback at this point. Everything is bullish today, no doubt about that. That doesn't mean we can't see a little bit of a pullback. Let's see if we get a number 2 signal building here. That would be on the Raptor, of course. If you're in the mood for a quick trend change signal, you could look at the next short signal here in the Falcon, the trend line just turning over. All right. Here now, another little bull push. We'll see if this turns over and starts to head lower. Okay, we're going to get a trend change here on the Falcon if prices head lower, and also a number 2 signal here on the Raptor, or it should print as a number 2 signal. We're going to look to short that. when and if we get it. All right, the test of the extreme. I could throw a just in case order just below here. I'm going to use the trade calculator though because I want to keep my risk in check. Where's that sell order? Wow. Okay, that had a bit of a hop to it. And of course, the target for the trade, the hard edge now of the trading band. Stops at or near the high. Come on. All right, I'm going to take this opportunity now. I don't like the way this bar is hesitating off of this hard edge. Got that big tall wick to it, which, the sellers need to take it back. Oh, well, the market getting a little last minute giddy up, flying down to the profit target right here at the hard edge, and we're getting a little bit of a reaction off of that. So I am just as happy to take my profit. Although the way it's setting up, I almost think a continuation lower would not be out of the question. Now, just as a side note, if I was trading my trading quota, my trade would be done. My day would be finished. I've met my 3 trade quota. I'm profitable. I actually did 4 trades, but I figured I'll break even. I'll go 1 more because I had a couple of break even trades. But I've had my 3 trades. I'm profitable. We banked about a $300 profit on single contracts. So my trading day would be done. I can now go do something else. Thanks for coming out. See you later. I've mentioned it before, but it bears repeating. Successful trading is not about trading more often. It's learning to recognize the high probability opportunities when you get them and then leveraging correctly to take advantage of them. $300, not a bad day. Not enough money for you? Then get yourself in a position where you can trade multiples. Remember that $300 is on single contracts. If we were trading 2 contracts, that's $600. Okay, that's a pretty good day by most standards. 3 contracts, $900. All right, well, now we're doing a lot better. 4 contracts, $1,200. And so on it goes. That is the true secret to trading, and one that the vast majority of traders never wrap their heads around. I see there's a few more people in the room, so give me this opportunity just to remind you, I'm out of town Tuesday, Wednesday. Hopefully I will be back in time for Thursday's session. If you show up Thursday, though, and I'm not here, you'll know what happened. But yeah, I've got to head out of town next couple of days. So no trading room Tuesday or Wednesday. Oh, another hard edge bounce both here on the Eagle and the Raptor. You know, I can't get over how slow the market has been. just in general, like the pace. This is more like trading soybeans or wheat, where they just kind of plod along. This recent bounce here is probably a test of this breakout here. Once again, when you see these breakouts, you can throw your just in case order up here, just in case the market continues higher. Likewise, we have it in a little bit of a bind. You could also throw an order in below this swing right here. I think, I was going to say, I think I would prefer to see the price fail and head lower again. I think that might be the easier trade, but there's no denying this market is in an uptrend today. And therefore, trying to buy it higher is probably the right thing to do. I will show you that, but well, let's see how it works out. It's a very, very long second push opportunity, but because we're near the highs, I will entertain. Oh, are they gonna go? Should I have had my just in case order in play? I think so. If I can get one bear bar that I can use as a second push bar, I will do that. Oh, they're not going to give it to me. See, normally when there's a breakout of a zone, you expect, hey, there's going to be sellers up here. Yeah. No, too late. Well, that certainly would have been close. Would have been close to fulfilling our profit objective. Now we're getting the pushback. And now they seem to be getting a little, well, I was going to say a little top heavy again. Kind of goes back to, referencing the daily. We're at Thursday and Friday's highs, but overall, a fairly bullish day today. Some traders will be viewing those three highs of the last few sessions as a triple top. Okay, here now with a number one signal, the Falcon also producing a signal. This is going to be like a second push on the breakout here. I'm going to look for the market to give me that second push opportunity. So I do need to see at least one bear bar first. Oh, looks like I got a telemarketer calling. Hold on a sec. Hi, I'm back. All right, still waiting on that second push opportunity. Ray's asking, good morning, Eric. On your Raptor chart, there's a little red and blue dot with the same color lines. What is that? Those are the ATR. So this is the ATR. We're kind of using it as a filter for the Raptor. You can contact Ben about that, and he can help you get that ATR line on your chart if you would like that. Yeah, Scott says, the telemarketers, he's making a wisecrack here. They're getting to be so aggressive. Well, I can't seem to get that second push opportunity. What's with that? We're just spending so much time bouncing back and forth here. It's making me wonder if I should consider a short as well. The trouble is the trend. The trend is up today, so you want to stay with the trend as much as possible. Entering on a pullback is always easier and more advisable than trying to enter on a breakout. Okay, we'll just throw that on the shelf there for the moment. They keep pushing, but the follow through is, well, reluctant. Oh, there we go. There's the bull push now. All right, well, we had enough out of that to get us to the next resistance zone, but not a whole lot more. We're trading in slow motion here this morning. That's what it feels like. Okay, I'll take this time to remind everyone, no trading room Tuesday or Wednesday this week. I'm going to be out of town. Hopefully I will be back um, by Thursday. Well, I think we're going to button things up here shortly. Yeah, Paul's asking, are you still planning an open mic Friday? Um, well, if I can, it won't necessarily be an open mic. If you've ever been in an open mic room, you know how things can get out of control really, really quickly. But yeah, I think if I get a few volunteers, we'll talk to a few people, see how they do their trading. And if nothing else, we're going to call it Black Hole Friday or Rabbit Hole Friday. Black hole may be just as appropriate, but a Rabbit Hole Friday, we're going to look at uh, other indicators and things that you may do or add to your charts to try to make your signals a little bit easier to interpret, or perhaps help keep you on the right side of the trade. And we'll look at all kinds of things. You know, we can even go through the goodness knows, Ninja has more than a few indicators here that we can go through. Yeah, Mark is asking, will the dynamic equivolume bars ever be available for Ninja 8? Sad truth is, the dynamic equivolume bars, have the same problems that we're having with the trade manager. So while it is on the to-do list, I have no ETA that I can even guesstimate at. Yes, it's a bit of a shame. Ninja 8, Ninja had their reasons for doing it, but I'm not sure, and don't tell them I said this, I'm not sure it's a better platform than Ninja 7 was. I know you computer guys will tell me that it's makes more efficient use of computer resources and so on. And I suppose that's important. But it's kind of like Windows 7 versus Windows 10. Don't even get me going on that. Yeah, see, Mark's already piping up. Like Windows 7 and Windows 10. I like Windows 7 way better. I'm with you, Mark. Don't get me going. All right, everyone. I think we're going to close up shop here for the morning. If you're going to hang out the remainder of the day, I think a pullback is in order. We've hit a couple of resistance zones now. So we're 2 zones away from the primary resistance line. We did make it all the way up here. So I do think a pullback is in order. I would not get overly aggressive on the short side because overall the market trend is still up. So I could see a pullback, well, certainly here to 69.17 3/4, a possibility, maybe even as low as 6,900 before the market tries another rally. But it's the kind of day, when in doubt, buy, because the bull's very, very strong. Oh, yeah, Scott, I do have Skype. Hold on a second here. I will make a note. And give me about 10 minutes, Scott, and I will call you on Skype. All right, everyone. Hopefully, like I said, I'll be back Thursday. I will talk to you then. Be careful out there. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.